Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains.
Pull yourself together.
Doctor, I feel like a deck of cards.
I'll deal with you later.
Doctor, I feel like a bell.
Take these pills, and if they don't work, give me a ring.
Doctor, could you help me out?
Certainly. Which way did you come in?
Doctor, everyone thinks I'm a liar.
I find that very hard to believe.
Doctor, everyone keeps ignoring me.
Next, please. The following is in regard to the case of Baby O on the 14th of January 2019. As the doctor assigned to Baby O's care, I ran the necessary checks and concluded that Baby O was not suffering from a critical illness. I discharged Baby O and advised the mother to monitor the child's progress. I told her that if there was little or no improvement, to make an emergency GP appointment. I reassured the mother that the child would be okay. I apologise sincerely for the tragic result of my error. I feel I responded appropriately given the way that Baby O presented. I ran the necessary checks. I am diligent. I am a doctor.
Stop apologising. I wake up to an empty cot, can you imagine? I wake up to a cot that should have a baby in it. My baby in it. I had to clear out the milk in the fridge. The breast milk in the fridge. They gave me drugs to stop it, but it made me feel dried up and empty. My arms feel empty. I want to lift her gently, hold her warm against my chest, breathe in her sweet smell. I went to the supermarket. I carried her blanket in my bag, but when I got there, I couldn't bring myself to go in. I sat in the car and I held her blanket over my mouth and I cried. The more I carry it around, the less it smells of her. I've decided I don't want to cry anymore. When he came home, he asked me if I was okay. I say I don't want to cry anymore. He said that's okay, neither do I. But I hear him crying when he thinks I'm asleep. I can't look him in his eyes. Her eyes anymore. He set her photo as his phone screen. I had to change mine because I thought staring at her face all day might make me go blind. We wake up throughout the night, force of habit. We watch Netflix in bed at 3 a.m. When he falls asleep, which he always does, I lie there in the dark and I feel absolutely nothing. But my whole body aches.
I was so tired. I'm so sorry.
Sorry?
I was good at my job. I was a good doctor. I ran the tests. I didn't notice.
You didn't notice?
I made a mistake.
I lost my child.
I was just so tired.
I dream about her. Always the same dream.
My nights are plagued by it too.
I beg her to cry.
I've been working for nearly 24 hours.
Please cry.
I can't cry anymore. It doesn't feel right to cry. Tired. I've always thought of myself as a caring person. I've always tried to care.
I persuaded him. He said we didn't have enough money or space or time. I told him we'd make it work.
I have 2 of my own, 2 sons.
We didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Some people aren't so lucky.
He was surprised. I think he was scared.
Happy?
I told him everything would be fine, that these would be some of the happiest months of our lives, that this was the right time.
Humility. I've always tried to put that at the heart of my practice.
I was worried motherhood wouldn't suit me. But then I saw her face. Those puckered lips. It's true what they say.
We do what we have to survive. We pick ourselves up and we carry on. And we push and we push and we push.
Instinct.
I was a good doctor. I cared. I just ran out. I was running on empty. I am truly, deeply sorry.
I know. Do you feel at risk of burnout?
When I walk through the wards, I feel as if I leave a trail of smoke.
Do you feel at risk of burning out?
Everything I touch is tarnished with ash. My fingertips are black. My clothes smell of bonfires. My eyes are not on fire. My mind is not on fire. I am not on fire. I fear I may be burning out. The world around me is on fire, but I have burned out.
Do you feel overwhelmed at work?
Strongly agree.
Do you feel disconnected from your work?
Strongly agree.
Do you feel as if you're doing your job almost mechanically?
Strongly agree.
Do you feel energised by your work? Do you tolerate the pressure? Are you engaged? Are you coping? Do you think you may have burnt out?
What do you suggest?
For further help and advice, call the Wellbeing Support Services on 0123.
Is it normal to feel this way?
For further help and advice, call the Wellbeing Support Services on 0123.
Is it normal not to be sleeping?
For further help and advice, call the Wellbeing Support Services on 0123.
I need to say sorry to the family.
For further help and advice, call the Wellbeing Support Services on 0123.
I have to say sorry.
Do you ever find time to laugh?
Sometimes. Do you?
As time passes, I have more moments.
It's taken me a long time to find things funny again.
Do you feel guilty?
Very.
Good.
I deserve that.
You told us she would be fine. You told us to take her home. Someone like you shouldn't be practicing medicine. You're careless. You're weak. You're spineless.
I didn't feel I could speak to anyone.
Didn't feel like you could, or you were afraid of failure. High achievers never want to admit defeat. And no one even cares. No one cares because so much of their life is committed to this work, to this hard, skillful, important work, that by the time they've fallen through, everyone's forgotten who they were in the beginning.
I said I was sorry. It is my duty to be open and honest with my patients or those close to them when something goes wrong.
What happened? I just want to understand. Help me understand.
When Baby O arrived at the hospital, we did not feel that the symptoms she presented with were indicative of a more serious underlying condition.
I don't understand.
When Baby O arrived at the hospital, the symptoms she presented with were not ignored, but the cause of those symptoms went undetected.
I don't understand.
When Baby O arrived at the hospital, I was tired. I'd been working for hours. I'd seen so many snotty babies with overbearing mothers. I was acting mechanically. I was responding to what was in front of me.
I don't understand.
When Baby O arrived at the hospital, I ran the necessary checks, but I did not test for a more serious underlying condition.
I don't understand.
When Baby O arrived at the hospital, it was parents' evening. I'd promised to go to parents' evening. I'd promised. Baby O was assessed by myself and the nurse in triage on the afternoon of the 14th of January 2019. Baby O was discharged by me.
You let her go. You let us take her home. You told us to take her home.
The tests were not indicative of a more serious underlying condition.
Talk to me like a human.
The tests were not indicative of a more serious underlying condition.
Look at me. See me as a human.
The tests were not indicative of a more serious underlying condition.
I see you. Do you see me? Did you see her? Did you see her when we brought her back in? Did you see what you had done? Good medical practice describes what it means to be a good doctor. As a good doctor, you will
make the care of my patient my first concern.
And
maintain trust in myself and the profession by being open, honest, and acting with integrity.
You must be open and honest with patients if things go wrong. If a patient under your care has suffered harm or distress, you should
explain fully and promptly what has happened, put matters right, if that is possible, and offer an apology.
You must be open and honest and act with integrity.
I must make sure that my conduct justifies my patient's trust in me and the public's trust in the profession.
You must act with honesty and integrity.
I am personally accountable for my professional practice and must be prepared to justify my decisions and actions.
You must be honest and trustworthy. You must be honest and trustworthy. 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 Honest and trustworthy.
My mother's ill. Cancer. Prognosis is poor. I'm all she has, apart from the nurses who come over. She's a very private woman, and she feels the indignity.
Afterwards, my mother came to help sort out the room. I couldn't do it. She took away the toys and the clothes. She cleaned out the fridge.
I feel like her mother.
I feel like a baby again.
At work, I care for people. I care for my mother, I care for my children, I care for my partner. It's such a small thing, but I wish I had time for a bath.
I hadn't been drinking, because I was pregnant and then breastfeeding. But that night, I sat on the floor of her empty room and I drank. At some point, I fell asleep. He woke me up, he said, "I'm going to bed now." I didn't move. He picked me up and carried me. He undressed me gently and laid me in the bed. I think he's afraid to touch me.
I say, not now. I say, sorry, darling, ask Daddy. I say, not tonight, I'm tired. I say, we're understaffed. I need some advice. Why hasn't this been done? I say, I can't work those hours. I need to be with my children. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
The funny thing about loss is you feel guilty. You feel guilty that you were left behind.
The funny thing about guilt is you feel loss. You feel the loss of your ignorance. You lose yourself.
I was ready to invest everything I had into her. Forever. She was dependent on me. It was my job to care for her.
I can't find the words to ask for help. I can't find the words to ask for time. I can't find the words to say, I'm sorry, I'm at risk of burnout. I'm tired of apologising for not having enough time. I shouldn't have to apologise for needing help. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. It's starting to sound funny.
I don't know what to do next. Tell me what to do next. Please, what do I do next?
You keep going. Keep moving forward.
I failed her.
You carried her inside of you. You shared your body with her. You made her. You spent every hour, every second breathing life into her until through no fault of your own you couldn't anymore. You never gave up on her. Don't you dare say you failed.
It wasn't anybody's fault.
It wasn't anybody's fault.
I did not fail her.
You did not fail her.
Then who did?
Hello, darling. Your gloves? Yeah, I know where they are. They're in your room, in the box under the Lego. Yeah, because you didn't need your gloves over the summer. Yeah, go up there now and have a look so that I know that you found them. Yeah, because I'll be back after you've gone to bed and you might want them in the morning. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, mind the Lego box? Yeah, I promise they're in there. Yeah, you're not looking properly. Look properly. Take out the scarves and the hats. There. Have you found them? Good. Okay. Oh, wait. How was school today? I know it's boring to ask about school. Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, we'll put it up in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm sure it's really good. Okay. Okay, I'll let you go. Oh, wait. Tell Dad that Mum says to use up all the vegetables in the fridge before deciding to just make fish fingers. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. I love you. Love you.
In the beginning, it felt like drowning. I'd have these moments where I couldn't breathe. When I meet people for the first time, they won't ever know I was a mother. I'll have to fight for my status as a mother.
I went to the Nativity last Christmas. One of the other mums stopped me to chat. She told me that my eldest and her son were good friends. I didn't know. I don't know who their friends are. I don't really know anything about them. They change so fast. I took some time off after the incident at work. I asked my youngest if he wanted to go and see the dinosaurs at the Natural History Museum. A special day out, just the two of us. But he told me he didn't like dinosaurs anymore.
More recently, I've started feeling the urge to swim. I'm done with the sad, sympathetic eyes and long, painful silences. I'll say, no, I'm not okay, but I will be. If we don't have to talk about her, but if we do talk about her, it's okay. I've come out from my darkest place. It's time. Tonight he'll come home from work and I'll say I'm making us dinner and I've brought us wine. And we'll laugh and we'll look at photos of her. And later I'll let you hold me properly. He'll say slowly we'll get there. Slowly.
You'll get there.
I have to make sure that she is seen as human, that I am seen as human, that you are seen as human. Human error is a part of life and we can't run from it. We shouldn't be allowed to cover it up. We should smear it all over the walls and stare at it, as ugly as it is. You did this. You didn't mean to, but you did.
I have to face this.
Humans make mistakes.
I made a mistake. I'm human.
Yes, you are. You are. And don't forget that, because you should be allowed to move forward too.
I'm so sorry. We did everything we could.
No.
She fought very hard this evening. She was very brave. I'm so sorry for your loss. We'll give you some time before discussing any formalities.
You did everything you could.
So did you.
How will we get through this?
We do what we have to survive.
This isn't going to be easy, is it?
No, it isn't. I see you, by the way. I really, truly see you.
I can see you too.
Yes. We see each other.